Hello friends, this is Worm, and it's Monday, which means it's time for another episode of Exotic Recrafting, the series where we take a look at weak, underused, or straight up bad exotics inside of Destiny 2's PvE and talk about how we can make them better. And today we have the Chaperone on the menu. Now, I want to precurse this by saying, yes, the Chaperone does have a tendency to be more of a PvP weapon, but it's such a fun and a neat gun. I want to see more utility inside of PvE. And we've talked about Last Word in the past. Last Word is definitely a PvP weapon. We talked about how we can make it better inside of PvE. I'm going to get those two confused at some point. But yeah, we got Chaperone on the menu today. And the Chaperone is such a cool shotgun. Like the lore behind the shotgun, the name, everything about it is so cool, but it feels like it's so out of date. So let's go ahead and talk about what it has going for it right now. Of course, it is a kinetic slug shotgun. Its intrinsic trait, is precision slug, which states it fires a single slug precision round. I want to stop right here and say this perk is so out of date because this is now just an intrinsic that's found on legendaries. Things like Fortissimo, things like the Inquisitor, things like Heritage, all of these have the exact same exotic trait basically as the Chaperone, and that's part of the reason why I think this weapon is so out of date. But it also has a unique trait called the Roadborne, which states precision kills briefly grant bonus handling, range, and precision damage with that weapon. Now, that's what it does. Of course, why it's not used very much. I think that it's just out of date. Like I said, the intrinsic trait is not that good. The Roadborne, the unique perk, is a pretty decent perk. Like, it's definitely not bad, but the fact that you can put on basically a legendary to do the same thing and leave your exotic slot open to your heavy or your primary ammo is a huge deal with this weapon. So I want to talk today about some of the changes that we could make, and of course we're going to go in terms of like difficulty for Bungie to do. We're going to start at the lowest difficulty, just like a catalyst that can alter how the weapon works. Then we're going to move up to small reworks, and then of course major reworks. But I want to talk about this weapon's identity first, because this is one, I don't think we've actually done this in a video yet, but this weapon does have a very unique identity, and it starts with its name, the Chaperone. What is a Chaperone? A Chaperone is basically a person whose job it is to guide a group. That's a simplified definition of it. And of course, the lore behind the weapon is that this was Amanda Holliday's gun. Like, this was the gun that her mom used to get her and her siblings to the last city safely. So it's got a lot of really interesting lore behind it. It's been out in the field. It is a trusted, tried and true weapon, and that's kind of what I want to go for with this. So let's start out with what we can add for the catalyst, and that is triple tap. And I know triple tap, this is very boring, this is very basic, but that's the point of catalyst additions. Like, we don't want to go crazy with it by any means, but triple tap is a good option in my opinion because the Chaperone has a very low ammo reserve, and it seems to me like it's more of an ad clear / major clear weapon. This is not a DPS weapon by any means, and of course players just don't really use special weapons as ad clear unless with the exception of a couple examples like Lawrence Dryer or something like that. But with Chaperone, its ammo reserves are really small, and I think the triple tap, the ability to just get at least some ammo back, is really beneficial, and it will help that. And that ammo refunding is going to be kind of a recurring theme as we talk about some other stuff, other ideas I had for the weapon. But you could also maybe even add a new perk to the game specific to the Chaperone called Triple Double, where every third precision kill gives you 2 ammo back. That way you can, again, extend the life of the Chaperone. Like the Chaperone, it's the guide, it's the one that's taking you where you need to be. It's, it's watching over your group, but you can't really do that if you're constantly running out of ammo. Like even in one of these background footage you'll see here, I was running reserve mods, I was running finder mods, I was running scavenger mods, and I was still not finding very much ammo, which is really unfortunate. So I think that triple tap, or like I said, that unique perk that I just created, could be beneficial there. But moving on from there, I want to talk about small reworks to the weapon. Again, this is more than just a catalyst, but not quite a full rework of the weapon. This one's pretty simple. Every other kill while Roadborne is active would refund ammo. This could mean that you potentially do have a shotgun with infinite ammo. Well, maybe not infinite ammo, but a lot more ammo, because once you get Roadborne going, it's active for, I believe, 10 seconds. like 9 or 10 seconds, which is plenty of time to move around, get another kill, especially with that increase in your precision damage. Go get a kill, and every time you get a kill, or every other kill you get, I should say, you're getting an ammo just back into your magazine for free. Again, this would extend the life of the chaperone and allow you to use it more. Again, you know, it's dealing more damage than a primary. It doesn't have infinite ammo because it's every other kill, not every kill. And of course, if you're taking, you know, 2 or even 3 shots to kill high health targets, you're not getting that ammo back quite as efficiently, but you still have the possibility of getting that ammo back, you know, relatively regularly. But that's the only small rework idea that I had. The main thing, then, the meat of this video is an exotic rework to the gun entirely. A major rework that replaces its intrinsic and really builds into the idea of being a chaperone of a weapon. So first of all, we're going to get rid of precision slug. This should just go away, and we need to replace it with another intrinsic called, as I like to call it, Guardian Angel. And basically, Guardian Angel is going to have 3 effects. The first effect that Guardian Angel is going to have is kills while Roadborne is active will drop a special ammo finder brick at the target's location for yourself and your teammates. This, again, building into that, extending the life of this weapon. And it can be like, you know, like a cenotaph brick. You know, I don't think it should drop a full special ammo brick, but at least at the target's death location, it drops a finder brick for you and your team. So then it becomes a support weapon, which again, chaperone, the name, the chaperone, the lore behind it, that just kind of builds into it. Like chaperone should be kind of a support Guardian Angel weapon. So now with this change, you're able to make special ammo. Then you can run over to that special ammo and pick it up. And the reason why I chose this idea instead of just giving it free ammo is, of course, because chaperone is a mobile weapon. It has very high mobility. It's got, you know, a hidden, what's it called? The hidden lightweight buff. It's got like 80 handling. Like, it's a weapon that wants you to be mobile. And of course, Roadborne increases your movement speed. So I don't think that just giving ammo for free would be a good idea, but instead making ammo at the target's location as long as Roadborne is active. Then of course you can run over there, you can pick up the ammo, your teammates can pick up ammo, and stuff like that. And you can keep chaining it together so long as you can keep Roadborne active. But moving on from there, again, building into the idea of a chaperone, you know, the guide for a group. The next thing I've come up with here is when you pick up a special ammo brick, it will heal you for 50 HP and grant damage resistance, about like 15% or so. We'll talk about that in a second, for the duration of Roadborne. So again, the chaperone, kind of like the leader of the pack, so to speak. You know, you're the guide, you've got to be able to go pick up the ammo. But of course, there's a lot of situations where ammo is in a really risky spot to get. You know, you kill an enemy that's, you know, 15 meters away, it drops ammo, but now you're out in the open if you run and grab it. So when you get that kill, it'll heal you, not a whole lot, just 50 HP, which is, I think, even less than cure ×1, but it still gives you a little bit of health, and it gives you that damage resistance. And again, because you can keep extending this basically indefinitely, I don't think the damage resistance should be super high. That's why I said 15%, maybe even less, maybe like 10%. But I think 15% sounds like a good number in my mind, because then you can pair it with things like woven mail, frost armor, max resilience, like stack up stuff like that, so that you can be a tank, so that it will allow you to run out there, pick up that ammo, get more kills, and, you know, and constantly have this cycle of just getting kills with your mobile shotgun. You get a kill, you run to it, you heal, you have damage resistance, it drops ammo, you pick up the ammo, so on and so forth, and it just keeps going while you bounce from target to target. However, of course, the chaperone is the guide of the group. So the last rework, or the last addition I would have to this new Guardian Angel intrinsic trait, would be kills while Roadborne is active will heal any nearby teammates for 100 HP. And again, you're already making ammo for your team, but because this is a guide, you want to keep your teammates alive, we've got to have something that encourages us playing nearby our teammates, or encourages our teammates playing nearby us. And the ability to heal constantly at 100 HP just for getting a kill sounds like a really good trade-off. And again, it's got to be strong for your teammates, because you as the player, you're the chaperone, so you're the one that should be taking, you know, the brunt of the situation. You know, that's why it's the chaperone. But at the same time, you're getting that damage resistance, you are still getting health back, you're making that you know, that special ammo on the ground, but it's also able to heal your allies. And I played around with the idea of maybe allowing your allies to also get like some kind of damage buff, or just something to make your allies want to stick close to you. Because a lot of the times when I'm playing with support builds, my allies want to go off and do their own thing. They don't really want to stay close by. Like even when I'm doing a full support build on Warlock, you know, with maybe speakers, the speaker's sights, with no hesitation or Lumen or something like that, like players just don't really want to stick close by. And so having a perk in here that would make players want to stick close to you, even if you're not in comms, would be a good idea. And I think that starting by giving out 100 HP on kill, which is basically, it's not basically, it's a little bit less than cure times 2. You could even up this number maybe to 150, but I think that might be pushing it. But yeah, I think that would be an awesome change for the Chaperone. And that right there, that just the complete rework to the intrinsic trait is something I feel like is really needed for this weapon, because it's not exciting, it's not really fun to use. And I think that if you did this, any one of these things, combine them, I don't care how you want to do it, like anything that Bungie does to Chaperone would make it better. But personally, I would love the idea of reworking it, you know, to have this Guardian Angel intrinsic trait. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Chaperone. Let me know your thoughts on what I've said here. Do you have anything you'd want to add to Chaperone that I didn't mention? Just tell me that stuff in the comments. Of course, if you like today's video, do me a favor, drop a like, helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe for more daily Destiny content. Guys, do me a favor, watch the videos you see here on the end screen, because for whatever reason, YouTube thinks you will like them. I will see y'all on the next one. Bye for now.